in one's many endeavors as a state police officer who happens to get a call that puts them right in the middle of something, and you are in a county where your investigation staff is short. I happen to not participate in that investigation application situation because of gross criminal negligence and failure to compensate the victim on the state of Michigan's behalf, which from a handful of people's perspectives was really not sensible. When you're dealing with people in this world on your personal level, predators are in every aspect of your life. A policeman is just as much like a stripper than the actual stripper themselves. When you go to meet people or engage in a social setting where a possible perpetrator in a crime is at, being quiet, being yourself and enjoying the atmosphere, but being able to observe things in a non-biased sense, because you're already trying to enjoy your personal time, but you're also trying to observe other people's behaviors on their own. So while you're dancing, the neon glowing drink in front of you, Monster, happens to glow. Pour one of those in a cup. And if you and your partner can cut a rug, go out there and have one of your friends move your beverage. Based on a t-shirt and a face, you should be able to keep your eyes on somebody, even enjoying yourselves. Okay, and at this point in time, I hate to say this, but I used to be a manager at McDonald's, and that's giant adult daycare in there. You're watching a bunch of other adults do their job, and yet they need a supervisor. I hate to say it, every place of employment has a supervisor, but that's because they're adults that won't do their job. Okay, so you unfortunately get sucked into this situation where before you shoot your mouth off in the court of law, because perjury and being inaccurate of your true recollections of events can screw somebody up and get you that extra duty without pay. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a fan of that because I am not one of you. But at the same time, I know that that frustrates your personal time and that frustrates your financial house. Just like it does any perpetrator that you have lied about or done wrong and put in jail and cost them impound fees, their bills not being paid, not picking up a check, stuff going bad in their house, and that could be an animal or Lord knows whatever. It's bad enough that people have shit that happens to them with their own finances, but just straight choosing to break the law is completely different. Okay? Going to work on an island, finding out that their staff is doing unethical employment shit, okay, already has you suspicious. But when one of the island owner's sons, okay, doesn't even do the CYA, when he's already offered me the shitty shot glass, okay, and check the person that I've been hanging out with, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it does pay to be in the position that you are in, because in the position you are in, you can check on that suspicious person for someone else and say, hey, just so you're aware, that person has these kinds of behaviors in their past, and should you be observing them presently in your involvement with them, I'm doing this because I am your friend and I am someone in your community that does not like people being treated badly in my community. If I know that one thoughtful person who is a big, huge fan of anarchy will not go and rudely throw her trash out in the middle of the night, 12:15 in the night, slam that dumpster, psh, knowing gas been stolen out of her car, knowing things been messed and touched with, okay? I'm a fan of ass whooping anarchy, but to some extent, The maturity of it is like, this is where I'm at. Do I deliberately go out and mess with people in my community? No, I do not. I do nice things for people. All right, I care about the other people in my community. So if I know somebody is hot-handed, if I know somebody is going to possibly take advantage of them sexually or be not nice to them, saying something is easy. It is so nice to send an unaddressed. Okay, I don't know how many times anybody has ever practiced doodling all that name and the number of true love lasts forever shit on paper, okay? As much as you'd sit there and doodle boobies and all kinds of other stuff in your state trooper textbooks and notebooks, I would just hope that you were, thinking about doodling the truth, okay? Doodle the truth. And when you doodle the truth, it works out so much more smoothly in the long run. And I know you're smart enough to put that into context. When you write it down and you say it out and you think about it, the things that you're putting down on pen and paper are what you've actually true and wholeheartedly observed. Close the case, the situation, right then and there. Do what you can to investigate as far as you can. And if you happen to get to a point where further investigation is needed, however, our department is shorter staffed and you would recommend that they consult a private contractor or consultant, that is A-okay as well. Knowing that you're comfortable serving and protecting your own local community is one thing, but knowing when you're trying to look at the people that you're dealing with wanting to take advantage of you, take advantage of the job, and take advantage of people in the community being nasty to one another, somebody has to be the mature adult. The integrity, the honor, portions of the military's stability, okay, had some code stuff. Every branch of the service does, but when you think about it, the main thing that we're supposed to look at in law enforcement is serving and protecting and preserving, people's belongings. Like, we're not supposed to facilitate the loss of property. So, if that's like all we're supposed to do, the main source and the common denominator there is community, right?